Ever knocked on wood, avoided walking under a ladder, or felt uneasy when a black cat crossed your path? These strange habits didn't just appear out of nowhere. They come from centuries of human fear, faith, and folklore. Today, we're diving deep into the history of superstitions, where ancient beliefs meet modern quirks, and where logic still loses to luck. Superstitions are older than civilization itself. Long before science, people explained the world through magic and signs. The ancient Egyptians carried charms to protect against evil spirits. The Romans read omens in bird flights and refused to start journeys on unlucky days. In fact, the very word superstition comes from superstitio, to stand in awe or fear of the gods. It was humanity's way of controlling the uncontrollable. The fear of 13, or triskaidekaphobia, runs deep. In Norse legend, Loki arrived uninvited as the 13th guest at a feast, bringing chaos. In Christianity, Judas was the 13th guest at the Last Supper. Combine that with Friday, the day of the crucifixion, and Friday the 13th became the ultimate symbol of bad luck. To this day, many hotels skip the 13th floor, just in case. That quick knock on wood? It started as a pagan ritual. Celtic tribes believed spirits lived in trees, so touching the wood meant calling on those spirits for protection. When Christianity took over, people kept the habit, linking it to the wood of the cross. Now, it's one of the oldest superstitions still alive. A tap of gratitude, or a ward against bad luck. Black cats once symbolized power in Egypt, but in medieval Europe, they were tied to witchcraft. Seeing one meant misfortune, unless you lived in Britain or Japan, where they bring good luck. A broken mirror, meanwhile, was thought to damage your soul, with 7 years needed for it to heal. And spilling salt? A bad omen, since salt was sacred and rare. Tossing a pinch over your left shoulder supposedly blinds the devil waiting there. In the Middle Ages, superstition could mean life or death. Witch trials, charms, and symbols became tools of survival. People nailed horseshoes above doors, carried iron for protection, and whispered blessings to guard their souls. Even saying, "bless you," after a sneeze came from fear. Sneezing was believed to let spirits in or out of the body. Superstition has no borders. In China, 8 means wealth. 4 means death. In Turkey, chewing gum at night is said to turn into the flesh of the dead. In India, a twitching right eye brings fortune for men, bad luck for women. And in Russia, people never pass things over a threshold. That's the line between the world of the living and the dead. Different cultures, same desire, to make sense of the unseen. Even in our scientific age, superstition thrives. Athletes wear lucky socks. Gamblers carry charms. We all have rituals. Psychologists call it illusory control, the belief that our actions can influence luck. In stressful times, people become more superstitious. It's comfort disguised as logic, a link to the ancient fear that still lingers in our minds. Superstitions are the echoes of our ancestors, whispered reminders that not everything can be explained. They connect us to a time when magic ruled, and a knock on wood was a prayer to the unseen. So whether you cross your fingers, throw salt, or say, "Bless you," you're part of a tradition that's lasted over 10,000 years. Because deep down, maybe we still believe that a little luck never hurts.